guys! So today I decided, with all of this crazy stuff in Paris and all of this shootings and all the stuff like that, I was going to do the 10 types of things that will not exist in 50 years. But then I thought if I made that video it would sound a lot like this. In short, in 50 years, puppies and rainbows will not exist. Goodbye. So I didn't really want to do that, so I decided to do the 10 things that probably will exist in 50 years. Or that I hope will exist, or that are already in the making but I can't afford. Except for number 9, I really don't want number 9 to happen. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Okay, the first thing that I hope will exist, or no, I don't hope this will exist. It will inevitably exist in about 50 years, are really, really long barcodes. Like this big. You'll have to make the packets bigger to fit the barcode, or they'll have to make a double layer barcode, which already exists. You can look in China, they have barcodes, and then they have the second part of the barcode under it, which is kind of scary that we've made so much stuff that we have to make a new system for selling our stuff. Number 2 are hoverboards. Now before you go posting hate comments like, hoverboards already exist, stupid. I know they exist, they're just like $300 and I'm not a millionaire. I'm not one of those YouTubers that people pay like tens of thousands of dollars to do random stuff on the internet. I'm not rich. I'm not one of those people who's gonna be like giving away hoverboards as a prize or something. Those are so weird. If I get a hoverboard, I'm keeping it, sorry. Number 3. This is fun so far, I like these. Number 3 are instant tattoos, because to be totally honest, with the amount of time that we are willing to spend on these things is insane. And the amount of time we're willing to spend on actual people is insanely low. Before you know it, you're gonna walk in, they're gonna be like, what do you want? You're gonna be like, I want a dog eating a bone on a rainbow in France. And they're gonna be like, okay, pew! It's gonna be there. Also another thing, this isn't a number, but like tattoo removal and earlobe surgery for those people that get what are they called? Gauges. What do you do with your ears in the future is my question. Like you're gonna be like 80 and you're already old and saggy anyway, and you're gonna have to get like gauges and stuff. You're gonna have like pictures of your kids on the inside. Number 4. I know this is a thing because I saw a documentary on it. It sounds really stupid. Is self-driving cars. These cars have sensors all around them, so they sense where other cars are, and you input where you want to go on your GPS, and it drives you there, and you don't have to do anything. You can, because there is a steering wheel, you can if you want to, but you don't have to, because we're Americans, and we're lazy. One of the great innovations of the world, and we're not even willing to drive it. Number 5 is some freaking way to fly. Because there are jetpacks, those are also like $3,000. I'm not willing to pay that much. There are planes, I'm scared of planes. You're in a small pressurized container with about 100 other people, and if it falls, you and the other 100 people are gonna die. Doesn't matter how many times they do the instructions for you up front, you're still gonna die. Even if you use the little air thing, like, you're gonna die. That was really sad and dark. Okay, number 6 are credit cards. I know these are also a thing that already exists, but to be totally honest with you, money in itself, like paper-wise, is kind of going out of style. It's very... Like, the ages that people are getting bank accounts and getting credit cards and phones and all this stuff, I'm surprised that people aren't coming out of the womb with credit cards. Or debit cards. Or it took me like 3 years to figure out the difference between a debit card and a credit card. I don't even know what debit means. What does debit mean? I know that it means it's straight from your account, but I don't know what the word means. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Alright, number 7. Are space tickets. So I've heard people talk about these things where they're gonna get like rockets and people are gonna go into space. They just have to pay like $2.3 million. It's like space trips for Obama, to be serious with y'all. But yeah, I really hope stuff like that exists in the future, but cheaply, because, I mean, what if Obama doesn't want to go into space? Alright, number 8. This is for all of my peeps out there that love Pixar and Disney. If you've seen WALL-E, it's going to be like that. This kind of goes along with the credit card thing, where there's just going to be like money strewn about because you won't need it, because it's all going to be on that little plastic card thing. Yep. They're going to be little robots cleaning all our trash behind. We're going to be fat and lazy. Anyway, number 9. This is really fun. I'm just telling y'all, I've been wanting to do YouTube for so long, and I wasn't able to just because, I don't know, I didn't think I looked good on camera, or I didn't have the equipment, or I didn't have, like, the nerves to set up the equipment, or I didn't really have the space to do it in either. But yeah, this is really cool. Anyway, that was like really deep. Number 9 are dinosaurs, because scientists have now come up with a way to replicate DNA and grow it. Like, you can have a baby by taking your bone marrow and putting it in someone else, and like it does magical, fairy dusty, scientifical things, and you have a baby? I'm kind of confused by this. Anyway, apparently they're able to do that with extinct animal DNA now, and they're still debating whether they should. Now, seeing the amount of Jurassic Park movies that I have, I think we should, and I will explain why. In Jurassic Park, they freak out, but they only freak out because they're actors, and they don't get paid unless they freak out. So I think us being natural, civilized humans wouldn't do that, I hope. I don't know. Anyway, I really want a pet dinosaur. I'm gonna be like 65 by the time that happens, but I really want a pet dinosaur. Like, you're gonna go to the store and it's gonna be a choice whether you want a dog or a Tyrannosaurus mini. Then you get to dress up your dinosaurs, and you have to figure out which food to feed them. You have to keep them away from small children or they'll eat them. Just the little thing. Not getting eaten or dying or... Well, technically any pet could kill you except for like a goldfish. Those things are basically like neutral pets. Those are like science class pets. Anyway, number 10 of things that I hope will exist in the future are instant eye fixie things. Because for all my peeps that have to wear glasses, you understand the struggle. I don't know if you've been told this, like keep them on your face or in the case. I get told that all the time, and they are neither of those right now because I'm not totally sure where mine are. Anyway, going to the eye doctor is scary because first you go in and you tell them everything they need to know, and then you sit in a chair for half an hour trying to figure out whether you should pick out frames or not. Because if you do and you don't need them, then you're going to look stupid, but if you don't and you do need them, then you're going to have to pick them out while your eyes are dilated. And then you have to go into a room, that you have to look into binoculars, and you have to keep your eyes open while they take a picture of your face. It's like, oh. And then you get tested for color blindness and glaucoma, and then you have to go into the, like, the Lord of the Rings death ray looking thing. If Lord of the Rings had a death ray, it's more of like a Star Wars looking thing combined with Lord of the Rings, if that makes sense. And it has all these little glasses, and you have to look at pictures of things, and me being dyslexic, all of the numbers and letters get mixed up. So this is like do or die. This is like Hunger Games. It's confusing. It's like having to take college tests with no warning. Like, before I come in, I want a letter that says, tests may result in trauma or serious pain in the eye region. I want them to put that down just to specify. Anyway, after you're done with the death ray of darkness, they dilate your eyes and then shine them with a tiny little light and like write things down, and it's very confusing because they don't tell you what they're looking for, they just tell you stay still. After you're done, if you have been told that you need glasses, you have to go pick the frames out when your eyes are dilated. And you can't tell what they look like because you're like, it looks like SpongeBob. And I was lucky enough to pick my frames out before my eyes are dilated, but I have seen some people where it's like, oh, you poor thing. But yeah, and if you don't need them, it's like you've spent an hour and a half torturing your face for nothing. That'll be $300. So yeah, hopefully in the future people will not have to go through with that. I don't know. You'll just go with your prescription and they'll be like, look into this. And you'll be like, what is this? Like a read the chart kind of thing. Like, what do I do? And then they go, pah! And then your eyes are fixed. So yeah, those are the 10 things that I hope will happen in the future. Or that will be created or be made less expensive. Or things that will happen, hopefully, in the future. In like 50 years. I'm giving it 50 years because it may happen in like 10 or 20, but I really don't want to wait that long. So, yeah, this video has been really fun because when I first made YouTube, it wasn't really that fun because I was scared of the camera, which is kind of stupid. But any YouTuber that first starts, you understand what I mean. But, yeah, this has been really fun. This has been interesting making this, trying to come up with things that I think will happen. So, I might post a video next week about things that will not exist in 50 years. So yeah, watch that. If you like this video, then like and subscribe and comment below in that box of things that you think will inevitably exist in like 50 years. You know, all that fun stuff. So until next week, aloha and goodbye!